Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to Curling Doc. I guess welcome, really. I'm saying welcome back because I've been here all day, but hopefully you have been with us all day too. But welcome to the B qualifier here at the Oakville Curling Club, the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers on the call. We're going to be watching Team Yunjung Kim facing off against Team Holly Duncan. And I like that our team logo for Team Kim is just a couple bulbs of garlic. They are, of course, the famous Garlic Girls from the Olympics a few years ago. And we got to call them last night, Mary, and it wasn't their best game last night. So I'm sure that that Team Kim will be looking for a bounce back here against Team Duncan.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is our first chance to see the Duncan team, which they've always been a strong force. Holly herself in the province of Ontario did very well at the junior level, and at the women's level. So it's going to be, this is a B qualifier. So I'm assuming the Kim team is going to step it up a notch. Already have two women's teams that have qualified in this Bonspiel, Team Inglis and Team Galusha, where they won their A qualifiers earlier today. So they are going to be sitting out now until tomorrow while the B and C qualifying teams fight it out. And there will be three of them out here today, John, three B qualifiers.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll keep you updated on all the other action around the sheets this afternoon. Of course, we have our feature game, which is Kim versus Duncan. We also have Kathy Auld facing off against the High Park Randos. We've got, I believe, Isabel Ladisseur facing off against Jacqueline Harrison, Irene Shorey against Lauren Mann, and I think Quinn Walsh against Shannon Jay. Nope, sorry, I think it's Mackenzie Camille against Shannon Jay. I will just confirm that, but we will have all of the action for you here live on curling.com. We'll be updating all the scores and, of course, our feature game. Team Kim versus Team Duncan. We saw Team Duncan here last month at the Oakville Stu Sells Tankard, where, of course, they were the champions. They defeated Carrie Galusha in the final. And then their event they played after that was the Kitchener-Waterloo Fall Classic, where they lost to Galusha in the final. So they traded wins with Team Galusha, who are now 11 victories on the trot. You were talking about them earlier, having qualified through the A side. And yeah, if you go back through the Kitchener-Waterloo Fall Classic, they were undefeated at the pre-trials and undefeated here at the Toronto Tankard. They've won 11 in a row. So one of the hottest teams in women's curling right now is Team Carrie Galusha, but Team Duncan following right behind them. We talked a little bit about Team Duncan last month when we were covering them, and obviously this is a team that's something we've seen, Mary, and we've talked about this weekend, a team that's a case of a couple skips getting together and combining forces. Of course, Meg Balsden at third. She was a skip for quite a while herself and has combined forces with Holly now to try and make the best possible team they can. Of course, rounding out their rink is Rachel Strybosch at second and Tess Bobby at lead. And Team Kim, of course, the Garlic Girls, all have the last name Kim. So, as we said last night, a bit of a commentator's dream. Doesn't matter what word I say, as long as it's Kim, I'm probably talking about the right person. But they are skipped by Yunjung Kim with Kyunghae Kim at third, Cho-hee Kim at second, and Sunyoung Kim at lead. And we're already into it here, Mary, in the first end. We've got quite a few rocks in play.
Yeah, I think the teams, they've had a few games out here now this weekend, feeling a little more comfortable with the ice and not afraid to get right into it. Some really nice shots here early in this game. Holly Duncan's team with the hammer.
Just end up peeling it, that's okay. Basically nose. All right, Rach, you got it. Yep. Whoa! Whoa. Close. Yep. Hard!
So nice shot there from Rachel Strybosch to get some separation on those rocks in the house.
보이는 만큼. 끝에 조금 떨어져. 약간 뻗다가 끝에 떨어진다. 왜 좋아? 당해와. 당해와야지. No, she's not anymore.
And that is a big miss from Korea. We saw this a little bit last night, Mary, the Korean team on our feature stream getting blown out by Jacqueline Harrison, losing 9-2. And it was really just a story of execution for them. I think obviously this Korean team is one of the higher ranked teams in the world, a top 10 ranked team. But last night, the execution was the issue and not the strategy. They just had a few key misses, and Jacqueline Harrison pounced all over them.
Yeah, I just noticed on her release on that, just came out of the hack and then just pushed it a little off the broom to the outside. Of course, with that up weight, there's no way that rock's coming back.
Whoa! Megan!
Yeah, that is certainly something that we have seen over the course of this event. Obviously, all the games we're calling on sheet 3. And so we're getting to see the same sheet over and over again, and it's something we've seen, Mary, that the ice very release sensitive. So if you pop it out a little bit, or if you come over the top of it a little bit and turn it in, it can really affect the way that the rock travels. So Duncan now lying 2, but there is a double opportunity here for Steak. Kyung-Ae Kim, of course, that is her nickname. We talked about this last night on the stream, but of course the Garlic girls were surprise silver medalists in the 2018 Olympics in their home country and became veritable rock stars for the event. And it was actually funny, I was talking with Meg Balsden before the game, and I was asking her if they had anything about their team she wanted me to talk about. And she said, actually, I was in Korea when this team was on their run, and it was unbelievable. Nice shot there by Kyung-Ae Kim. But she said it was you couldn't believe how loud it was in the building. She said when they won the semifinal to go to the gold medal game, she said it was like some of the loudest cheering she's ever heard in a sports stadium. These girls were legitimately rock stars for the entirety of that event in South Korea. Obviously, they ended up losing the gold medal to Anna Hasselborg of Sweden, but a tremendous run through the tournament for them, and they've just been trying to keep that momentum going through this last quadrennial.
Yeah, they definitely won the hearts of all the fans that year, because not only were they great players, but they were so much fun to watch. Sweet girls.
Absolutely, no question. So Holly Duncan could have hit the red to try for a blank opportunity, but instead is coming around the center with Meg Balsden's first one, and she will come a little bit deep. So yeah, these Korean girls representing Gangneung City and the curling club there became known as the Garlic Girls, and Of course, we had, English commentators maybe having a little trouble pronouncing their South Korean names, and so they became known as the Garlic Girls, and all had food-based nicknames, which we learned about last night. So the skip is Annie, named after a popular brand of yogurt in South Korea. The third, Kyunghae, is known as steak. That's her favorite food. The second, Cho Hee Kim, is known as Chocho. That's a brand of cookie in South Korea. And then the lead, Sun Young Kim, is known as Sunny, because both it sounds like her name and also she likes sunny side up eggs. So now you're up to date with all of the food-based nicknames. I asked Team Holly Duncan if they wanted me to come up with food-based nicknames for them in this game, and they were all drinking chai lattes at the time. So I said, for Team Kim, I can just call any one of them Kim at any time and know that I'm probably getting it right. And for Team Duncan, I will just be referring to them all as Chai. So this will be the easiest game I've ever called in my life, Mary.
What would your food-based name be, John?
That's a good question. Chicken strips. That's just my favorite food. It doesn't sound good, doesn't have a good rhyming convention to it or anything, but that's what I'm going with. Chicken strips. Chicken strips Cullen. That's what they call them. That's what they used to call me back in the old days. That's what I'll be saying when I'm sitting at a bar when I'm 70. They used to call me chicken strips. I'll be watching curling on TV. I used to commentate this stuff back in the day. What about you, Mary? What would be your...
I'd have to go with potato chips.
Potato chips.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Chips Chilvers. That's got a good ring to it. That's nice.
There you go. Chips Chilvers.
Speaking of being nice, Holly Duncan lying 3, 2 of them behind cover. Again, just Team Kim lacking a little bit of that sharpness early, and Duncan taking advantage here.
Well, Team Kim can kind of get out of this mess if she can make this run back double. She could even stick the red one right onto the top 8 foot and become shot rock and make the double, I believe. And be buried. It can be done.
Yeah, not an easy shot, but can be done indeed. So first rock here for Annie Kim. Without hammer and facing 3, needs a big run back here. And just unfortunately, that was almost the worst case scenario there, Mary. If you're going to miss, you'd like to make contact with at least one of them to get it out of the house. And my goodness, Duncan is going to be lying a pile after this one. Duncan, sponsored by Australian Gold Sunscreen, and there's going to be so much yellow in the house that we might have to wear some back here behind the glass. It's getting pretty bright in this house. We're on sheet 3.
You got it.
So Holly Duncan from Woodstock, Ontario.
They're going to straight guard ours. Top 12, but outcounting theirs. Yeah, so this is a little more ice than Megan's.
So with that red guard out in front of the house, Holly wants to make sure she comes in the house here, but guarding her stone. She's not too worried about getting 4th shot. She just wants to make sure that she has something to run back if Korea were to make this draw around the red.
Line's good! Line's good! Running a bit right now. You're okay, line's fine. Test his rock, test his rock. It's full 12. 15-1. Should be all here.
So this is a little deeper than Duncan wanted it. So they will lie 4. And Kim is going to have a choice. They could do some damage control and maybe get rid of 2 or try to draw in there, but Big risk if you do that.
Sure is. At this point, if they could just give up 2, they'd be pretty happy. Couple of different options, couple of different doubles they could try.
원래 이쪽은 약간 컬 있긴 했었거든. 근데 사이드는 잘 모르겠어. 안쪽은 컬 많긴 했는데. 애니메이ted 롤 보고 최대한 붙여요 일단.
So it looks like they're playing this double, John.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the plan is to play the double and maybe spin up under cover. Might be the only way you could hold Duncan to 2 here.
필. 근데 빠질까 돌까. 진짜
Of course, any miss here and it's going to be 3 or 4 on the board for Duncan. So huge shot here from Annie Kim. Her last stone in the first without Holly Duncan counters. Sunny Kim on this right away. Will she be able to hold it? She will not.
Same ice.
And so Holly Duncan just needs to kiss the 8-foot to put 4 on the board in this opening end here at the Toronto Tankard.
Yeah. What did you get? Okay.
So final stone for Holly Duncan here in the very first end.
That's pretty good.
Sitting 3 already and looking to add another point to that.
Okay. There it goes. Starting to curl. Do you need backing? 14-6. You're on this one.
And that is as easy as you like from Holly Duncan. Get out your pencils and your books. It's a 4 ball of knowledge in the first end for Holly Duncan. She's going to take a commanding 4-0 lead into the second end. You're watching curling.com.
Nice. Lots of game left. Yes.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Oakville Curling Club, site of the 2021 Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. You're watching continuing coverage of this event, a B qualifier between Team Kim and Team Duncan. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. And Mary, the dream start for Holly Duncan, putting 4 on the board in the first end against Team Kim.
Yeah, that would also be called a nightmare start for Team Kim. Giving up 4 points in the first end is never a good thing. I just, I just don't see the Kim team as being as sharp as we are used to seeing them. So, it's a bit of an uphill climb here now for them.
Yeah, I guess the one positive for Team Kim is that it is the first end that they're giving up this for. So, lots of time to find their way back into this game, although that's a mistake from Sunny Kim putting her first guard into the house. And so Holly Duncan will just get Tess Bobby to remove that.
Yeah, and that's just such a huge mistake there by their lead. They have to get that as a corner guard. Cannot put it in the rings. I mean, I know it's a 5-rock rule. They do have another chance to put up another corner that can't be hit, but it's such an advantage to have that free guard zone. You got to use it.
No question, especially when you get down early. It's not only that you come in the house and that doesn't help, but it's also a bit of a deflator, right?
Absolutely.
When you give up that end early, it certainly hurts. So we have another 4-ball of knowledge to report on elsewhere, right next door to our main sheet. Shannon Jay is playing Mackenzie Camille, and Shannon Jay dropping that 4, so they have a 4-0 lead into the second end. Over on sheet 6, one of our other B qualifiers, Lauren Mann, off to a good start. They're playing Irene Shorey from Switzerland, and Lauren Mann getting a deuce in the first, so they're up 2-0. And of course, we have 3 B qualifiers on the ice right now. The other one is being played between Isabel Ladisseur and Jacqueline Harrison. We'll keep you updated on that, as well as any other scores we've got out here. We've got 4 games happening at the moment, so we'll keep you, 5 games, so we'll keep you up to date on all of those as they happen. So here's a look at Rachel Strybosch.
Line might be a little tight.
I got scolded last time we covered Team Duncan because her name is spelled like Rochelle, but pronounced Rachel, and her
Right.
mom was here watching the game. So her mom came over and gave me a stern talking to about her name. And I said, look, I'm not the one who spelled it wrong.
That's what you get, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Rachel and I had a good laugh about it. I was talking to Team Duncan before the game, and she said, are you going to say my name right today? And I was like, yes, I'll say your name right today. Don't worry.
Well, we did get a corner guard out of the Kim team on their second try at it, so now they're going to try to get a rock behind it. What do you think, John? Could they also just maybe throw up another corner guard, or is it time to come in here?
I don't mind it either way.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever the team's more comfortable with. I do think with 3 Duncan rocks in the house, that's probably why they're coming in. Because when you slip that first one into the house, if you throw up another guard here, now you're potentially facing 4 Duncan rocks in the house, or you're facing a Duncan rock guarded with a center guard. And so, I don't mind coming in here, but it's, you're relying on a miss to get 2. Whenever you slip a guard in the house,
Yeah.
you're relying on a miss to get 2. So we'll see. Holly Duncan's had a really great year, as we've said. So it'll be an uphill battle for Team Kim, but we'll see if they can climb it. Rachel Strybosch looking for appeal here.
Yep, you got it. You got it. Right to it. Hard roll. Hard roll.
Doesn't quite make the peel and roll out, but she does roll more to the center line to cover their own rock on the top 12 foot.
안 보여.
Holly, of course, was the 2018 Ontario champion. Went to the Scotties that year as a skip. Holly's always kind of right in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's, when you talk about Ontario women's curling, you think of Rachel Homan, and I think she casts a large shadow. There's a lot of fantastic ladies teams in Ontario that I think maybe don't get as much attention as they might otherwise, just because we're so focused on Team Homan and obviously all the great things they've done in the game. And I think Holly Duncan is a prime example of that. I think if Rachel Homan's not around, Holly Duncan is a name that we're probably all a little bit more familiar with. But as it stands, I mean, it's ranked 18th in the world, so obviously not a rink to sneeze at, that's for sure. And her teaming up with Meg Balston obviously just improves that team as well. And Yeah, we've got a lot of great Ontario teams here this weekend. Jacqueline Harrison, of course, is another one that's always in the mix. Danielle Inglis, who qualified out of the A. It's, you know, it's just hard when you've got a team that's so good in your way that it can be sometimes hard to make a name for yourself. But these are fantastic teams, no doubt about it. So Team Kim looking to freeze here. This looks a little heavy. It'll get to the yellow rock, but it will move it. So I think Meg Balsden should be able to follow this down and possibly take it out to lie 4.
Yeah, maybe. Or you can
Yeah, I think
back
so.
line, or you just freeze.
Yeah, I don't mind like back line.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like heavy drawish. It's like, yeah. So like when I threw my first draw, it's pretty close. Yeah, I guess a little bit more, but yeah. Okay.
Well, if she can get a little flop in here, John, it's going to be a world of trouble for Team Kim.
Yeah, it's been just a case of not getting their rocks in the right spots so far, and we'll see if Meg Balsden can make them pay here. Strybosch and Bobby on this right out of the hand. We'll see if they can hold it. Need to get around this guard. They do. Can they hold it for a small roll? They can. Phenomenal sweeping from Strybosch and Bobby, holding that one all the way down the ice, and this just goes from bad to worse for Team Kim.
Yeah, now unfortunately, Team Kim's got to start sort of going into bail mode here just to open things up, and that's not fun when you're down 4 points.
And with hammer.
Yes,
When you're peeling guards and bailing, when you have hammer and you're not winning, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a huge shot here for Kyung-Ae Kim. If she can't get at least 2 of these in the house moving, they're going to be in huge trouble. Well, she does get 2 of them moving, so the house looking a lot better for Team Kim now. Fantastic shot there from Stake. But Holly Duncan, of course, still has that rock on the button. And
I think so. Okay.
this is a case, Mary, where you could guard, you could try to steal here, but we heard Brad Gushu say this in the last game. Sometimes the scoreboard dictates what you do, and when you're up 4, if you can force your opponent to 1, that's not a bad way to do things. So a bit of a patient approach here from Duncan, but one that I think is the right way to go.
That's fine.
So them not sticking around doesn't seem like a huge deal, but what it does is it brings the blank into play. So if Meg was able to keep that one in the rings, it would have been very hard for Team Kim to find a blank. And now they'll have an opportunity where if they don't get these rocks in the right spot, they may have a chance to bail out still.
소위 웨이트. 더 세진 않게 와야 돼. 1번이? 기다려. 아니야.
A lot of weight on this one, John.
Yeah, I think they were looking to tap back the one that was on the button.
Yeah.
And threw a little too
but I
much
guess
weight, and
scoreboard says hit this, right?
that only gets the back
No.
one. So
Guard's kind of tempting. Like, just like hit or guard?
Hit? I mean, okay, so
I guess
Say
like if
we
we
need-
guard, she can like bump it and weld it on there.
I guess.
So then we kind of want it open so we could blast everything, right?
Yeah, but like we're okay with her taking one, right?
Yeah, true. Then we could just weld it on top.
Right. I don't know. I could go either way. I'm okay with the hit, but
Okay. Yeah, maybe the hit. Okay. Control. Sure. So we want a nose, I guess.
I don't think we want it here.
Okay.
So maybe normal.
Sure. Maybe a hair more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they did talk about putting up a guard on their
they're
yellow
gonna roll out.
rocks, but like we just talked about, John, it's they're up 4 points, and if you put that guard and it doesn't quite work out for you, then all of a sudden, you know, you might be giving up more than 1 point. And right now, it's set up nice for Duncan, where she's probably going to force the Kim team into taking one. Or
for
blanking.
sure, this is where I would have got a little bit greedy, just because I'm seeing the way Team Kim is playing, and I also know the way Team Kim is capable of playing. So I might have seen this if I was Holly Duncan as well. They're struggling a little bit right now, so maybe we try and put a bit more pressure on. So I personally would have thrown the guard, but never anything wrong with a patient approach, and obviously forcing them to one here is certainly dandy. So.
저기 웨이트 세서 근데 웨이트 봐. 일곱.
So Annie Kim will look to freeze, and she's going to have to make it perfectly, or she'll be getting forced.
딱 프리즈. 여섯 일곱. 여섯. 라인은 타이트. 라인 비슷해. 라인
This
선율이.
looks a little heavy.
라인 선율이. 바운스 했으면 기다려. 기다려.
Starting to come down now. It's going to be close. Just that much heavy.
Well, maybe nose. Yeah, I think just. Yeah, just like play it to like hit that angle.
Yeah.
I think so. Play normal.
I don't mind firm.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
heel.
It's about there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So not quite a half. Like, sorry, thicker than a half.
Yeah.
So really, all Holly has to do here is pick this out. Doesn't even matter if she loses her yellow one as well. Just get rid of it.
Yes, much like Joseph McCarthy in the 1970s. Her only goal is to make the red go away. It's a history joke for those of you at home. So final stone here for Holly Duncan, up 4 without hammer. Just looking to remove the single Kim counter in the rings.
Close. Yep. Hard. Hard.
And she will.
That works out well for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice shot. I don't know that that was exactly where she wanted to hit it. I think it curled a little more than she was hoping, but the result is all good all the same. So Annie Kim is going to be forced to one here, and it looks like she's hitting Mary.
Yes, it
Not
does.
trusting her draw weight, maybe.
Well, they definitely have struggled with draw weight, although she just threw one. A really nice draw. Freeze. But you know what? It comes down to what you're most comfortable in throwing to get the same result you're looking for. So she's going to throw a little tap on this.
So final stone for Yinjin Kim. Facing two Holly Duncan counters, needs this one to stick. And Sunny Kim is on this right away. Can she hold it? Needs to stay in the 8 foot, and it will. So a good shot there for Korea. Maybe this will get them back in the groove, but it's going to be Holly Duncan taking a 3-point lead and the hammer into the third end when we come back live on curling.com.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. You're watching curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV's continuing coverage of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. This is the B qualifier between Team Kim and Team Duncan. And Team Duncan is off to a hot start, scoring 4 in the first end. Kim pulling 1 back in the second. So we've got Duncan with a 3-point lead and the hammer. And Mary, I think that this is going to be a pivotal end in the game. I think if Duncan can put another couple on the board, this is going to be a long way back for Team Kim.
Yeah, I would agree, John. I think Team Kim here, they're going to have to try to get these center guards up, and they got to start, making a little more precise shots and really putting the pressure on the Duncan team. The Duncan team's had fairly open shots so far, and I think if you got to try to get a mistake out of them to try to get back in this game. Those are 2 really nice guards right there.
Yeah, Duncan trying the tick with Tess Bobby's first one and just had a little too much weight, so they knocked the Kim one out of play, which, of course, as we know, with the free guard zone means that it gets replaced. So the call will be to put this one in the house with 2 guards up for Tess Bobby.
Okay, line's good. Ram right now, running. Top 4. Rachel's rock. Just cleaning.
So over on sheet 2, Kathy Ald in the C draw playing against the High Park Randos is up 3-0. Got 2 in the first and stole 1 in the third. Of course, this event originally meant to be played at the High Park Curling Club in Toronto. That's why it's called the Toronto Tankard, but unfortunately High Park not able to open their club early enough to accommodate this event this year. And so Oakville graciously stepped in to host, and it's been a fantastic run here at the Oakville Club. They hosted the Labor Day Classic, the Fall Classic, the Stu Sells Oakville Tankard and now the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. So just been a great job done by everyone here. Chris and Scott Foster and his ice making crew, and Edwin, the draw master. Everyone keeping it together here. It's been really great. And of course, this event will be back at High Park Curling Club next year, and hopefully for many years to come after that.
So got a little mistake from the Duncan team. They just slid behind the tee line on their draw. So this is where the Kim team really needs to turn it up a notch and make some really good draws. It's a lovely shot here.
Yeah, that's a good start. Absolutely, from Cho-Cho.
Right there, Peel. Or try and bump a bit. Yeah.
I think you can make
I think
the
just
double.
peel the one. Or do you want to try the double? I don't know if that's what she said. I think I just like the one.
So again, Holly Duncan just playing a little conservative, up 3 with the hammer, looking to get rid of these guards.
Yeah. Clean, clean, clean.
Very nicely done.
하나 더. 뭔가들. 거의 얘랑 일자로 하면 돼. 얘랑 일자.
So the Kim team is going to try to replace that guard. Put another one just over the hog line. Try to get Holly to keep peeling those out for a while.
둘, 둘. 기다려. 기다려야 돼. 강인 아니야. 둘. 기다려 그냥. 하나, 둘이네, 선영아.
Don't want this too deep. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much a perfect spot. 2 nice shots from Cho-Cho. Seems like Team Kim is starting to get a little bit more dialed into the draw weight.
All right, you got it.
Obviously, line is so important on that guard. Otherwise, Duncan here would be trying to make a double peel, which would really hurt the Kim team. So she's just sticking to the single peel here.
Close. Yep. Hard, roll hard.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think they were trying the double peel, Mary. I think that was the call, but unfortunately, they don't get it. So Rachel Strybosch ends up guarding it even better than it was guarded before, and maybe there's a little bit of daylight here for Team Kim.
And I think maybe calling that double peel might have been the mistake, John. Because,
Yes.
If you make the double peel, you're probably sticking your shooter in play out there anyway. So, I don't know. I think too early. You probably just stick to the single peel and see what happens.
약간 여유 있게 와도 될 것 같다.
So, a real nice chance here for Team Kim.
Yeah, I think anytime you go down early, you just want to start putting pressure on the other team. Even if you don't necessarily get the points back on the board, you just want to force them into some difficult situations. And I liked your comment at the start of this end, Mary, where you're saying that, obviously Team Duncan's done well to be ahead 4-1, but Team Korea wasn't putting a ton of pressure on them.
Yeah.
They weren't forcing them to make difficult shots. And so I think that that's really a key to try to get back into the game for this team from Ganyang City. You're just going to want to really try and put the pressure on. And this one looks pretty good here too.
It only takes 1 or 2 good shots to change an end and a game right around. And then, get the odd break or whatever. So never give up hope. This is really nice.
Really good shot. So Team Duncan's going to have their work cut out for them now. As Team Kim sits first and second shot, both of the rocks touching the button.
Now we're definitely going for the double peel here. Angles are good.
Close, yeah. Whoa.
And doesn't quite get it, but at least gets rid of the top one, so that'll improve the situation, albeit temporarily, for Team Duncan. Looks like Team Kim is going to replace it.
이 라인 확실하게 알긴 아는데.
Team Kim could put another rock in the house, but I think you probably save that until a bit later because the rocks are in such a good position. And with that yellow one in behind them, it really makes them difficult to remove. So I don't mind this call at all.
라인은 있어.
라인 기다려. 라인
라인
기다려야 돼.
있어, 그냥.
그냥 라인 기다려야 돼. 라인 기다려.
퀸의 트리플이.
세보야.
세면 기다려야 돼 그냥. 기다려. 퀸의 하나 넘겨야 돼.
와. 라인 괜찮아.
조이 좀만 더.
저희야.
And that's a nice shot from Kyung-Ae Kim. So Holly Duncan in a bit of trouble here. They're up 4-1, but Team Kim's got them
I think we try it.
a bit
I
hooped
think
here.
we try it. Okay. Yeah.
So the angles are here for Meg Balsden. If she gets this in the right spot, she could get the reds moving into the reds in the house and get rid of at least one of them. The key here is just to at least touch that second red stone, that second red guard.
Close.
Move it out of the way. Nothing from the sweepers, and I don't think it's going to get anything. So Team Kim continues to look pretty good here in this third end.
그래도 하나 둘이면은 이렇게 올라나?
하늘은 어차피 똑같을 것 같긴 한데.
그럼 그냥 라인 상관없이 이거랑 붙여놓은 거니까.
이게 낫잖아.
가끔 이 라인 정도까지. 그래도 커버 살짝 시키고.
어차피 우리가 그렇게 해도 1, 2번이기 때문에 일단 맞는 게 맞는 것 같아. 여기. 방금 위치가 제일 좋은 것 같긴 한데.
너무 일자는 말고 살짝 안쪽.
하나.
팔을 과연 찰 수 있을 것인가?
So I'm not sure here, John, what they've called. Are they going to put up one more guard, or have they decided to come in here?
I'm not too sure.
I really still like the guard.
I like the guard too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what they're doing.
I mean, as the situation sits right now, I mean, Holly's going to have a hard shot just to get one. So
Absolutely. She's going to have to make a pistol draw. But both the sweepers on this, I think they're worried it might be hogged.
oh dear.
Here comes Steak, and we've got 3 of the 4 food groups out here trying to push this over the line. Oh, did they get it there? They seem convinced they have. It looks like it's over the line. Hard to tell from our camera angles, but yes, Meg Balsden barely had to look at it. So just, they needed the steak, the yogurt, and the cookies to get that all over the line. Oh, the eggs, sorry. Yogurt through it. The cookies, the steak, and the eggs.
I don't want to bounce up too much since she has.
Phenomenal sweep to get it there.
Want to sit on the corner, I guess. Is what I don't know. I think just moving them around.
Yeah, so
would
like
be
back
good.
8?
I think if you want to move all 3,
Yeah.
you got to throw like back line at least. But
Okay.
but
Okay.
we don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to move all of them. But
Okay, back line.
okay,
Do you like there?
I think so. Okay. Yeah.
So a big shot here for Holly Duncan. She's just trying to throw back line weight.
Create some space.
Since that guard from Annie was a little too high, she can see enough of these reds. She's going to try and come down and change the angles. I don't think she can get shot out of this, but just try and move the reds around to potentially improve the situation on her last shot. So it's a big one here for Holly Duncan. She certainly needs to make contact with those ones in the house.
Wasted. Okay. Close. 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 Okay, wall room. Close. Yep. Yep.
Starting to curl now. Will it get by this guard? It does. And that's a pretty nice shot from Holly Duncan, although Team Kim still sitting the 2.
때리면 하나밖에 안 되잖아.
The sweepers wanted to save the angle on that a little bit more. They didn't actually want to nose that.
아니면 아예
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it's helping the Duncan team now.
It's not.
Kim team is, no, it's not. And if you can get a decent guard put on here.
Yeah, it's actually shrunk the scoring area for
Yeah.
Duncan. So yeah, it was not a great result. Just over curling a little. If they were able to hit the high side of it, that would have moved everything over to the left side as you're looking at it. But with it over curling, what it actually did was move the red onto the button, and it's really shrunk Holly Duncan's scoring area here. So if Annie Kim can get this guard in a good spot, it is not crazy to think that a steal of 2 is on the board for Team Kim here.
좀 약해. 이제 조금 약해 선영아. 라인즈 깃. 웨이트만. 라인즈 깃. 그냥. 약간 올려줘 그냥.
오버컬. 오버컬.
So you could hear Annie saying it was over curling a little bit, but it's in an okay spot. I think it's a little too high and a little too tight to actually affect Holly Duncan's draw here. But it does make it so that she can't hit her own.
Yeah. Do you like there?
Yeah, you would have liked to seen that shot.
You got it.
That rock moved a little to the right, say another foot over, to really make it hard for Holly to even access the 4-foot. I mean, I believe she still can get shot rock here.
She can, but she is going to need to cover the pin to do it.
Do you like a 05 here? Okay. Get. Okay.
A steal of 2 here would be huge for Team Kim.
No question. Yep. Going down 4 early, it would be big. So Holly Duncan going to try and prevent that from happening. Her final stone in the 3rd end needs to hit the pinhole. Facing 2.
Lots of line. Okay. Go if you have you, yep.
Sweepers are on it early.
Okay, line's okay. Hard. Sweep for T. Hard.
Line looks pretty good. It's just if the weight is there. Strybosh and Bobby are on it. Can they get it there? Can they get it there?
Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard.
They will get it, I think, far enough to cut Kim down to 1. And they did. So great sweeping from the front end of Tess Bobby and Rachel Strybosh. Saves a point for Team Duncan. They give up the steal, and it'll be 4-2. We'll be back right after this.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, that end is thankfully over.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu's House team's brand new listing. And we're up near Eglinton and Dufferin in this awesome 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo townhouse. And look at this balcony. Oh my God, look at the view. You can see the city, the sun. If you're stuck working at home, this is a great place to come up with your laptop, do some work. We've got amazing finishes here. Stainless steel appliances, beautiful wood floors, gorgeous ceramic tiles in the kitchen, ceramic backsplash. We've got everything here. It's brand new, ready to move in. And check out our location. I have to tell you a little secret. California Sandwiches is just down the road, and their sandwiches are delicious. They're my favorite. We've got the Beltline bike tour. Crosstown coming. You're gonna be able to get on and get downtown in like no time when it's built. So go to StuShouse.ca, see all the photos, see the videos, and give me a call and come for your personal tour.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Stu Cells Toronto Tankard. You're watching Draw 9 coverage. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. We're watching a B qualifying game between Team Yunjin Kim and Team Holly Duncan. And it was a big 4 in the first end for Team Duncan, but since then it's been all Korea, particularly in that last end, Mary. The Korean girls playing a fantastic end, putting a ton of pressure on Team Duncan, who just narrowly avoided giving up a steal of 2. And right before we went to commercial break, we heard, I believe it was Meg Balsden say, well, thankfully that end's over.
Well, honestly, John, I think the difference in that end for the Kim team is their execution in terms of draws and guard placement. They played that end very precisely, made all their shots. Unfortunately, that last guard that they put up just over curled, or I saw them stealing 2 points in that end. So they just got to continue to play the way they played in that end.
Yeah, no question.
It just shows you, you make your shots, you put the pressure on the other team to make their shots and to make precise shots, and you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the name of the game here in curling. And especially when you go down early, like we said, even if you don't get all the way back into the game, you want to give yourself a chance by making your opponents throw tough shots. And obviously, Team Kim did that last end. And speaking of stealing points, we've got a few steals to report on. Lauren Mann stealing a big 2 points. They're playing Irene Shorey in one of the other B qualifiers, so that's a 4-0 lead for Mann over Shorey. They're playing the 4th. Another steal of 2 for Kathy Auld playing the High Park Randos. Ald's up 5-0. That's a C game. In the other C game, Shannon J up 6-1 on Mackenzie Camille. And in our third B qualifier, that's a bit of a tighter affair. Isabel Ladisseur playing Jacqueline Harrison. They're tied 1-1. Harrison with the hammer playing 3. And there's another nice shot from Cho Cho. She helped get everything set up for the South Koreans last end. So
Double peel.
I think anything high is where they go,
Well, this is a good call by Holly. Double peel, and it's a pretty easy double peel situation here. She's still up 2 with hammer. Get rid of these guards.
Clean, clean.
Very nice. And I think if you're Team Kim, you're going to want to replace this guard for a while. Hope for a miss from the Duncan team.
So nice guard up here, but there are a few Duncan counters in the ring, so playing a bit of a dangerous game here is Team Kim. And I have been corrected. It's Quinn Walsh that's playing Shannon J on sheet 4, not Mackenzie Camille. My apologies. Shannon J is winning that one 6-1. It's been a bit of a difficult line score to follow along with because we lost a team right before the tournament started, and some of the games on the website are incorrect. Ooh, wow. Nice shot. But we are all good. Everything's good. Now, speaking of the website, you can head on over to curling.com. Make sure you sign up for an account, and doing our best to have as much live scoring as possible as we can this weekend. Just trying to build out our entire platform here at curling.com to include the best streaming and the best scoring that you can find on the internet. So lots of great things to come. So it looks like Team Kim might be drawing.
잘 나가는데?
웨이트만. 비네.
라인 많아. 기다려. 기다릴 수 있어.
기다려. 웨이트 어디? 비네 선영아 띠.
와.
들어와야 돼. 계속 와. 와야 돼 선영아. 가다.
얘들아 이겨야 된다.
많이 죽는다.
So not a bad shot, but we're seeing some pretty aggressive strategy from Team Kim this end. Just ignoring those Duncan rocks in the rings. And so Meg Balsden going to make a short run back here, and it's possible she could get rid of both Team Kim stones here, and that would leave Duncan lying 3 if she can. Good shot. So it is Duncan lying 1. And South Korea continuing to try and get behind this guard. I don't know, Mary, what do you think here? They're certainly setting themselves up to possibly give up a big end if they miss any of these.
I don't mind it, though. Down 2 points without.
Yeah, it's certainly I understand it, but I also think you could risk losing the game here. You're only down 2, you give up 1 here, you're still in the game. It seems maybe a little aggressive, but
Do you like the hit on the yellow?
I would take out
forfeit?
I would take out take out the yellow. You lie 2, you're
Yeah.
probably forcing them to 1. I'm guessing that's what they're talking about now.
근데 이거 럼백이 너무 쉽지 않나?
완전 스테이하면 약간 낮은 더블이야. 아니면 아예 이거.
근데 이게 다 보여서 럼백이 너무 쉬울 것 같아.
그래서 아예 여기까지 내리면 얘네가 프리즈를 하든 애매하게. 근데 지금 이거 때리고 이것도 나쁘진 않긴 한데 그냥 하거나 약간
This could be a good opportunity to get their coach out here.
He came out last night without shoes on, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here tonight if he comes out.
근데 또 너무 이렇게 오면은 때려서 이게 있겠어.
So there are no time clocks at this event.
럼함이 제일 좋긴 한데.
A lot of people watching the game ask about that, and it's a huge strain to try and run events with time clocks. So no shoes again, but black socks today. So going with the more formal footwear.
다섯여섯.
다섯. 거의 다섯은 와야 6 들어오면 그거는 위에 해야 되잖아. 방금 정해 웨이트. 그리고 마지막 샷에서 이거 때리고.
섬상이었어.
So I think they decided on the draw. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, there's no time clocks at these events. Just simply too much infrastructure to try to run volunteers to run the time clocks on 8 sheets for 4 draws a day. So it does sometimes lend itself to a bit of slow play from the teams, but both of these teams have been playing pretty quickly throughout the event.
이제 진짜 많아 이번에는. 아니야, 그냥 일단.
So this is a huge shot for Team Kim.
많아, 토야. 웨이트만.
Need this to be in the right spot. And this needs to curl.
여기.
And it doesn't curl enough.
Have all of it.
Be nice to get to nose.
Yeah.
You think hack?
Sure. Cut.
So again, a bit of an aggressive strategy being called by Team Kim, because coming around that guard, there's no guarantee you're going to get shot either. I mean, obviously, if you make it perfect, but yeah. So another good chance for
Stay clean.
Meg Balsden, Team Duncan here.
Wall then, wall. Curl, curl. Hard to get a piece, hard. Hard, you really gotta go hard. You got the red. Okay.
한 번 더.
So they would have loved to nose there to prevent the Korean team from being able to come around just like they are here. So first stone for Kim
라인 기다릴 수 있어.
here in the 4th end.
기다려.
Looking to get shot stone behind a guard, but both sweepers are way backed off this. This looks really heavy.
열. 나가.
This is through the house if it doesn't get a piece of that yellow. It is curled past the yellow. Wow, it really slowed down in the middle. But still comes too far back, so
Interesting. Yeah, if we
Duncan's
go
still
here,
sitting
we're
one
both
with the
like
hammer.
that, yeah. But if we're like there, then she won't be shot.
Yeah.
I guess the other option is there.
Yeah, there's no double that way. I mean, I don't mind that. There, because she still might be able to do this. If we over curl a little.
Yeah.
But if we're edge on edge, the double jams.
Yeah. And that rock should be shot.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I don't mind it.
That's a
Because,
good
yeah,
option.
perfectly buried, I feel like she's doing this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to draw for
Yeah.
one.
So
Which
if
is,
it looks like it's over curling, we want to make sure we get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
You
So
like
just
there?
this side of center.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's really close. Edge on edge.
Okay, top 4. If it looks like it's gonna over curl, then we want to get it a little bit deeper. So just, yeah, keep letting Megan know the weight. The 15? Okay.
So Holly Duncan's first with hammer here in the fourth. She's already lying one.
Okay, go then.
And looking to lie two around the guard. This looks like a bit of a wider path.
Keep going, yep,
And the sweepers are on it right away.
Bite the forefoot. Line's great. Yep, hard. Line's great.
Weight is pretty good.
Good sweep, guys.
Sweepers might have jumped on that a little bit, Mary. And
I don't know. I thought Holly had said that's exactly where she wanted it. She didn't want to go around the guard.
okay,
Yeah.
well then great.
Mm-hmm. I
I was
think.
going to say it seemed like a bit of a wider path. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the other sheet right in front of us, Irene Shorey making an absolutely phenomenal run back for two to get herself back in her game against Lauren Mann. So that's now 4-2. Lauren Mann with hammer. They're playing 5. But yeah, I can see what you're saying, Mary. The yellow's in a pretty good spot now. There's not really a double for Korea because the redirection off of the back yellow would likely put it right onto the red.
What do? Do you eliminate? No, she's gonna go. She's gonna go for the freeze, I think.
닦아서 잘 나갈 것 같아.
Don't like it.
No.
No, don't like it.
What would you do?
I would probably try and, I mean, I guess there just really isn't a great shot. Like, I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, what would I do?
Well, you could
You
eliminate
could hit
the
and
back.
roll. Yeah, you could eliminate the yellow one at the back
Yeah.
and hit and roll and make
Yes.
Holly's draw for two pretty difficult. That's probably what I'd try. Because I think this, yeah, I mean, you might, I think what Kim is trying to do is to get in between the two yellows, almost like a Christmas tree in between them, maybe get shot. But if she doesn't, at least put it in a situation where Holly would be jamming. But yeah, tricky shot here for Annie Kim, her last, facing two Duncan counters.
얘들아 바운스도 괜찮아.
Jumping on this one early.
Yeah, sweepers were on it right out of her hand. It's got to be there. Has to be there. And what a phenomenal sweep. Sunny and Chocho getting it in there for second shot, but I think it's not a super hard shot for Duncan to get to, I don't think. She just has to draw to the inside of this red one.
This seems easier, I think. Yeah. 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 And take a lid. Well, maybe just a hair more. We were here. Maybe there. So yeah, I can throw. Yeah.
Well, that was a really nice shot by Team Kim.
I think we can draw in there for a second.
Holly does have a draw, but not the easiest draw.
I'm just gonna throw like a.
Yeah, she threw the perfect weight.
Try,
She just
like,
wanted it to
get to the
curl a
inside the
little
red
bit
foot,
more to
but there,
prevent
that way.
Holly Duncan from having this shot. But she does indeed have it, so it's just a draw to get inside that red one for two. Already sitting one. Holly Duncan looking to regain her 4-point lead. Final stone.
Close for line. Close for line.
Looks like a little more weight than her last one. Will it catch the curl? I don't think it will. You don't want to give up a steal here. And she won't. Just a little too much weight. Never catches the curl. So Holly Duncan will have to settle for one. But she'll take a 3-point lead into the second half of this game. And we'll be back with it for you right here on curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard live from Oakville, Ontario. You're watching continuing coverage on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. We've got a B qualifier game in the women's event for you. Team Yunjung Kim from Ganyang City, South Korea, against Team Duncan from Woodstock, Ontario. And Mary, it's been a bit of a back and forth affair here. Duncan up 5-2, but Kim may be looking to do a little bit of damage now with the hammer.
Yeah, well, Team Kim, I like the way they played their last two ends, and especially that end. They stayed on the aggression, and it was risky, but, sometimes that's what you have to do in order to get back into a game, and forced Holly into quite a difficult shot for two, gave her one, and I'd say this is a pretty good, tight game now. So,
yes, absolutely. I mean, we're halfway through the game. Team Kim is going to feel like if they can get two here, that they'll be right back in it, down one without hammer. So, I'm sure that will be what they're looking for. And we have our first exchange of gratitude out here already, Mary. After only 4 ends, Shannon J dispatching Quinn Walsh. So that will be the end of the tournament for Quinn. Shannon J will stay alive in the C side of the bracket.
Hey! Okay. Whoa, then, whoa. Are we still tight? Yeah. Do you want to go around? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You got room? Switch. Top 12. Yeah, try and get a bit buried. Turn.
So the rock's in a pretty good spot for Team Duncan, but also in a pretty good spot for Team Kim with both the corners up. You can see our sponsors behind Cho there. Obviously, a huge part of what we do here at curling.com. Firehouse Subs, Stu Sells, Run Back, the official apparel of curling.com, RBC, and our event sponsor, In Situ. They're the presenting sponsor of this Toronto Tankard. They're a remediation service. They do environmental remediation, go into communities and clean up sites like old gas stations and spills and things of that nature. So obviously a very valuable service for this world we live in right now. You can check them out at irsl.ca. And of course Holiday Inn as well, our host hotel for this event here in Oakville.
I think I like a long.
I've also noticed that Holly Duncan's team is sponsored by a law firm, Castles. That might be good for me when I inevitably get sued for something I say on one of these broadcasts.
Well, I believe Holly is actually a lawyer.
Okay, well, there we go. So maybe Holly can represent me then. Good to know. That's always good to know. I knew I was trying to become friends with her for some reason. Always good to have a lawyer in tow when you're a guy who talks into a microphone for a living.
So Holly is choosing to put up a center guard here to guard the rock she has in the 4 foot.
Yeah, I like this from Holly. It seems like when Holly slowed the game down a little bit and played a little more conservatively, that's when Team Kim has been able to generate some of their offense and get some steals going against Duncan. So I think the most success Holly's had in this game is playing a little bit more on the offensive side. So I like this call. And heck, they're lying 3.
Right.
So
yeah.
obviously none of them are in an amazing position, but
근데 그거 해서 윈이 안 되면 반대가 더 완벽하게 가드하면 우리가 무조건 깨야 되잖아요. 위험하잖아. 근데 이게 가드를 깨자니 너무 지금 조금 되긴 한데. 일단 초쪽 거에서 한번 해보고 그 다음부터는 센터 싸움 들어가야 되지 않을까? 근데 지금은 어차피 이것 때문에 센터 싸움 다 하기도 좀 애매하고. 일단 얘 먼저 캐치하는 거 일단 먼저 보고 그 다음에 갈게. 핵. 방금이 범퍼인 것 같아. 범퍼 보고 살짝만 약하면 돼.
so this center guard is doing a little bit of damage for Team Kim right now with the hammer. So I kind of like this call. You either make a straight peel and get rid of it, and if you hit it in the right spot, you might jam it on that yellow one in the house and keep it in there for a counter. So, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, the other option could be, and I'm just looking how much ice she's giving, is to just split the 2 red rocks into the house.
Yes. That could be what she's doing.
Looks like she is.
Yeah, it looks like less weight than I was expecting.
Yeah, I think she changed her mind, but I like this.
Yeah, I like either call is good. Yeah, I think they just need to get this rock out of the position that it's in. So
There you go. That's a lovely shot.
beautiful shot.
And it gets 2 reds into the house, opens up the front.
That's second.
Yeah, couldn't make that any better. Fantastic shot.
I don't know if you can do too much with it, can you? I got half, but it's in front, isn't it? It is, yeah, you gotta get to this side.
Yeah. We could peel. Like peel the corner.
Yeah,
Or hit and roll in front.
yeah.
I don't think they need to panic here, John. The Duncan team, like you say, sometimes stay on the aggression if it's working for you.
Okay, try and roll to like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, a straight peel is you're almost immediately changing your strategy,
Yes.
which sometimes the game calls for that, but I don't know that it does in this sense. However, if they could roll this to a center guard, I like that. open up that Kim stone and guard their own. But nothing so far from the sweepers, and I think this might just be a straight peel. And it is. So, yeah, I don't know that I love that call, but
No.
again, when you're up 3, you sometimes have a tendency to want to protect that. Over on sheet 5, Isabel Ladiseur is going to have an open draw for 3. They're going up against Jacqueline Harrison. We'll let you know how that goes.
Couple of options here. They could play the freeze, which is quite aggressive. They could play a little tap and roll over to the other Duncan rock on the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
They decided on the freeze. I don't hate the double either. I know it's a little bit flat, but if you could ever get over there and move it and lie too, it'd be a pretty good result. But the freeze would be good too if they can make it. So Kyung-Hae Kim looking to freeze here. Isabel Ladiseur did make that draw for 3. So she's now up 4-2 over Jacqueline Harrison. They're going to be playing 5. Beautiful shot. So Kim lying 1 with hammer.
Yeah. If we just peel that out, then she puts one here.
Yeah.
How do we get it out?
Right. Yeah, I guess yeah. Okay.
Like, do we want it here on that side or dead center?
Just straight freeze,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. I mean, even top 8 isn't terrible. Okay. So that's like a 35 for me.
I guess, John, the only problem with that freeze is they really shrunk their scoring area. Polly can make the same freeze.
This looks a little heavy from Meg Balsden. They do not want to be heavy here.
Sorry.
That is trouble. Yep. I think if Team Kim can put one right in the crotch there, they could be looking at a very crooked score here.
근데 이걸 해서 상대가 여기 오면은 문제. 근데 이게 있네. 이게 있다. 붙여서. 근데 일단은 이게 맞는 것 같긴 하다.
그럼 지금 어차피 저거 때문에 어쩌 지금 보면 그냥 이렇게 붙일 것 같아. 이 라인.
아니면은 이거 더블 쳐놓을까요? 더블 쳐놓고 야들 여기 하면 우리가 이걸로 치는 거야.
근데 좀 빡시긴 한데. 어때? 저까지 살리려면.
If only I could understand Korean.
점수가 필요하긴 해 우리가.
But I think probably their two options here are either to freeze on the face of the red or freeze into the pocket of the 2 yellows. I think the risk you run if you freeze into the pocket is
근데 괜히 막
that you never end up making that one count. Whereas if you freeze on the face, you might even be able to get second shot, and Holly Duncan wouldn't be able to remove it. So I think that's what they've decided on.
만 잘 봐줘. 바운스 안 되게. 언니 똑같이 나왔어요. 조금 안쪽. 약간 안쪽. 웨이트 그냥 위로가 나. 너무 바운스 안 돼.
Yeah, I think if they can make the perfect freeze here, they pretty much can guarantee a 2 out of this.
Yeah, Holly just won't have enough time to remove everything, that's for sure. So big shot here for Kyung-Ae Kim, Steak as she's known. Looking to make a face freeze on their shot stone in the forefoot.
라인 많아. 라인 없어. 라인 많아. 초이가
Looks pretty close.
콜.
And that is as good as you like. Team Kim sitting 2.
They've got that shot down pat now, I think.
I think so too, yeah. They were struggling with draw weight early, but there's no struggle anymore. This has been a clinic from Team Kim in the last couple ends.
Either way, do we probably want to?
I think we want to release it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If we weren't. Yeah, it's close. I'm not sure. I still think, I mean, I think
Yeah. I think.
it would be nice to release it and sit right here.
Yeah.
So,
Do we come this way or stick with this way?
I mean, can we do this too? I don't know where that goes though.
Yeah.
I think we can play it either turn at it.
Yeah.
So,
I think I meant like this way.
okay.
So like, how much weight do you think?
I mean,
Backline or half?
I think backline's fine. Like
Okay.
we just need to make sure this
This goes to like,
here.
yeah.
So maybe, yeah,
Backline?
yeah, backline.
Like there?
Yeah, I think that's close.
So another big shot here for Holly Duncan.
We want to try and get to nose and then just release ours at the back.
So you can hear her say they're just trying to come down and get rid of that yellow that these 2 reds are sitting on. That's the rock that's causing them the most trouble right now. But I think, Mary, this is really just Holly's going to need to make 2 shots to only give up 2 here.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of trying to rearrange things here that she thinks she might be able to get rid of one of the red rocks. But at this point, even if she gives up 2 points, it's not terrible for her.
Nope. That's what she'll be trying to do. And this looks pretty good. Gets around the guard perfectly. Now trying to get to the nose of these 2 reds. And she will. So nice shot from Holly Duncan, but it is still Yunjin Kim lying 2. And one of the other 2 B qualifiers, Lauren Mann, putting another 2 on the board. So she has a commanding 6-2 lead over Irene Shorey. They're playing the 6th end, Shorey with hammer.
그건 아닌 것 같아. 근데 안에 공간 있나? 살짝 안쪽? 여기까지 가야 될 것 같아. 그냥 컨트롤? 응? 컨트롤 좋아. 컨트롤도 충분히 괜찮을 것 같아. 근데 좀만 써야 되나? 오는 거 같긴 했는데. 너무 올라갈까? 너무 올라서 스테이만 해도 해도. 이걸로 할게. 아, 너무 안 돼.
So what's she doing here, John? A little
들어가긴 들어가요.
chop and lie
많이는
here?
말고. 근데 아까 첫 패스 쓸 때는 돌긴 했는데 그 뒤로도 또
Yeah, I think so. I think they're. I think Team Kim is worried that there's an in-off here,
이거 라인이
so they're taking care of that. And I think they're maybe also thinking that they could possibly get that red that's lying like 5th shot right now, maybe back into play. So, looking to get rid of 2 Duncan yellows here. Ooh. They'll get rid of 2, but they might have left it in a spot where Holly can get in at shot stone.
I think you might end up hitting this. I don't know, but either way.
Yeah. I don't know if I loved that call. I don't know that the in-off as it was standing was that much of a risk.
I think we
But-
gotta throw it hard and try and hit it as thin as possible.
Yeah, I think
And
the main
I mean,
thing
you
the
don't
Kim
wanna- I guess
team
you
had to
don't wanna-
remember is
even if you
they've got the
just
2
hit the
locked
side
in
of
there.
this and it doesn't go
And they don't want to give
it's a
that
hard hit
opportunity
for
up.
three,
So
right?
now
You've
they
gotta
have.
stick around, right? 'Cause it's going to be here. and
Holly
that's gonna
does
be
have a
opening it.
couple
Yeah.
options.
So, yeah.
I think it'd be
Yeah, I
pretty
think
straight.
I agree with Holly. She's saying as long as she throws it hard, something good will probably happen. I sort of agree with that.
This way?
Yeah.
They might get lucky and hit it thin enough to get rid of the first shot stone, but even if they hit it a bit
No, I-
thicker,
yeah,
they might be
I
able to
was
punch
thinking,
out
like,
second shot.
It's not a lot of ice,
Yeah.
but like
So.
I think we need to hit the inside of it. So I think we can hold it.
Just take care more.
Okay. You got it.
So the key for Holly, you just can't leave this out.
Okay, Teal.
Then it would make a pretty easy hit and roll for 3 for Team Kim. So Holly Duncan's final stone here in the 5th end. And she's got to get one of the 2 Team Kim counters out of the 4-foot. Big shot.
Whoa. Whoa.
Did not want to leave this out. And unfortunately, just not enough weight to punch that fully out of the 4-foot, but she does lie second shot.
That's pretty good.
Not bad from Duncan, really. I don't know that there's a way that Kim can score more than 2 here.
No.
얘를 건드려야 되는데 얘를 건들 공간이 없어. 2점?
Like you said, Mary, if you're Holly Duncan giving up 2 here, not the end of the world. You'd still have Hammer up 1 playing 6.
되면 3점인가? 만약에.
Yeah, and even for Team Kim, scoring 2
모두까지
is a big deal as well. 3 obviously would be real nice. I don't think that's going to happen here, but they got to get 2 here.
Yeah, I think if you're Kim, you just don't want to overthink this and,
Right.
and feel like, oh, we have to get 3.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what they're doing. It's only the 5th end. They can play a little tap on the red rock on the 4-foot and score their 2 points.
이렇게 맞으면 되긴 해. 두껍게 맞으면 사실 어쩔 수 없어. 컨트롤?
Looking at a possible double here to score their 3.
되지 않을까?
It's not easy.
될 것 같아. 아니 컨트롤 괜찮은
No,
것 같은데.
and not probably worth the risk either. Take your 2.
그래서 2점까지. 근데 각은 어차피 접어주면 돼. 각 된다. 아니 끝에 좀컬 있어. 여기까지. 필이 아까 거의 이렇게 잡았는데 결국에 안 튕겨. 앞쪽이라 가지고 집중 잡아볼 거예요. 야를 처음에는 별로 안 닦아왔었어.
So I don't really know what they're doing.
Well, I forgot that there was a center guard out there, so I
Yeah.
honestly think that they're trying to do a little hack weight cut a double
I mean,
to move those off.
oof.
Yeah, real tough.
If they make this, well, you know what? I'll give them the same offer I gave Mark Nichols last game. They make it $5 from me. So very tough shot here from Annie Kim, looking for a hack weight double to score 3. And we've got the double sweepers on the same side trying to make it curl. Do they have enough? They do not. So they only score the 1. Maybe a little bit too risky trying to get 3. And they'll only put 1 on the board. So Holly Duncan is going to take a 2-point lead with the hammer into the 6th end. We'll be right back from the Toronto Tankard on curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard here on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers. We've got B qualifier action for you. Team Holly Duncan with a 5-3 lead over Team Yunjung Kim, and Holly Duncan with hammer here in 6. And Mary, last end, I think Team Kim maybe just the Garlic girls bit off a little more than they could chew with that last shot.
Yeah, I have to say that was bad decision making on their part. They had a pretty routine shot to take 2 points, which would be huge in this game. They played a shot that really you only play if you're desperate to get 3. And yeah, they took a risk and did not work out for them. So, you know, that could be the game right there.
No, I agree completely. I think that the way the last few ends have gone, Team Kim has outplayed Team Duncan, and you know, that 4 in the first end was slowly starting to be chipped away at by Team Kim. So yeah, definitely unfortunate. to see them maybe choose a shot that, honestly, I don't even think it was there. I
No.
mean, it was
No.
extremely, extremely hard. And I had always admired the gumption of a team that's trying to take on difficult shots, but I just think I agree with you that if you could get this game to within 1 point after being down 4, that's pretty positive.
Absolutely. And they, the earlier ends, when they did put the pressure on the Duncan team, it really worked out well for them. They can make the shots. So just a little learning moment there for those girls. Hopefully coach will talk to them about that call.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
But as it stands, Duncan is up by 2 with the hammer, so they'll keep it clean here. And this is a scenario, Mary, where Team Duncan just happy to score in this end.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, they'll score 2 or more, but even if they score 1 here, just happy to keep the hammer in the even ends. Oh, will it go? Holly Duncan sweeping hard, and it will. Great shot by Rachel Strybosch. She's had a really nice game, and she can really throw those peels well. She's made a few dandies.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like changing strategy a bit here. She's choosing to just come around that corner guard. I don't know. I think it might be a little early for that.
Yeah, especially without hammer, you probably don't want the play to be around a corner guard.
Yeah, if you could place a couple more center guards, maybe where you might get a jam out of it.
Yep.
This is kind of playing into Duncan's wheelhouse here. She's not minding this at all.
No, of course not. Especially with her already having 1 in the house.
You like the freeze? Yeah. Or the run? Okay.
So Rachel Strybosch with what we in the business call the seconds delight, where you have to throw a peel with your first one and then a draw with your second one. Not easy to do. But she'll be looking to freeze here on the Team Kim stone. This is going to need to slow down.
Wow. You always hate when your sweepers are backing right off.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's one of the harder things to do in curling. And that's why seconds so valuable now in today's game. Obviously every position valuable, but with the 5 rock rule, it really turns the second into almost a quasi third, where you have to be able to throw hits and draws equally well. And it's always tough to follow up a peel with a precise draw, and we saw that there with Rachel Strybosch. But as we said, Holly Duncan's not going to be too mad that all the play is around a corner guard, and that's the problem for Team Kim, is they got a miss from Team Duncan, and it doesn't really do anything for them. Holly Duncan is still going to have the 4-foot to draw to, so. In any case, Kyung-Hae Kim looking to get around this corner guard and lie to. In the other B qualifiers, Isabel Ladisseur stealing another point on Jacqueline Harrison, so she's now up 5-2. They're playing the 6th, Harrison with hammer. And Lauren Mann just missed her last one, so Irene Shorey is going to have a draw for 3 to pull to within 1. We'll let you know how that goes.
And another heavy draw here on our sheet. It's often quicker going to the wings, and I think sometimes players forget that.
Yeah, this was something we saw at the Oakville Tankard about a month ago, that these sheets were running much faster off of the center line. We haven't seen it as much this event, but certainly, as you say, that is the tendency, that rocks tend to run a little quicker off of center. So we'll see if Meg Balsden can figure this path out. They want to be shot here. And they are. Fantastic shot from Meg Balsden. So looking pretty good for Duncan, although there will be a double available here for Kim. Irene Shorey did make that draw. So she's pulled herself to within one. Lauren Mann leading that one 6-5. They're going to be playing the 7th end. Lauren Mann with hammer.
얼마나 얇게 맞아야 돼? 아? 얼마나 얇게 맞아야 돼? 두껍게, 약간 두껍게. 여기까지. 그래, 위로 올라가서 이렇게 때릴 수 있어. 아니면 좀 얇으면 그냥 여기 살 것 같아. 근데 이거까지 나쁘진
Do you think there's any value in playing this double?
You could lie one more shot rock, I guess.
아니면 좀 낮출래?
I mean, I don't know what else they do, really.
You can't come just follow Megan's.
You could,
근데 슈터가 잘
for sure.
한데
Yeah.
너무 세면 패스?
Gonna play the double.
Yeah, I think either call is fine. I think this is maybe almost a little safer because you probably punch the Duncan stone out into the open even if you don't make it perfectly. Because if you miss the freeze, you're probably giving up 2. So I don't have a preference for the call one way or the other, but I just think the mistake was made earlier in the end when they decided to play around the
Yeah.
corner guard all
Not liking that one.
end. No.
많이 와야 돼, 많이.
We can hear the and taking out one of her own too. So yeah, not a great shot there from Kyung-Ae Kim, and Holly Duncan now looking like the favorite
Better you can go over there.
to get a couple.
Or like you gotta, I think, be in the 4-foot.
Like if I end up being like top 12, can they then come around that? That's what I'm wondering. No, I mean if I'm top 12 on this side, then they can come around it. I think I like
I guess
splitting
like even
hairs.
if you end up there, that's okay.
Yeah.
Right? But like try for there.
I mean, I feel like
If
they're
you
gonna
like
go
there,
there
that's
anyway.
fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
So Holly just deciding whether she wants to keep this play going around a guard. I can understand her hesitation
Yeah.
because you feel like, well, we're
Trying to think
up
about
2,
what
we've got the hammer, we're feeling comfortable. Do we really want to be playing around a
only
guard
worry is,
right
like,
now? But then it's also a corner guard, and you're also lying shot. So it's sort of
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying.
two
like,
minds
if she
warring
corner
against each
freezes
other. We'll
it,
hear
I'll
what
have
they're
all of it.
they're
Yeah,
thinking.
You'll have all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like for her to be shot, she can still be shot and it be hard to remove.
Yeah.
So maybe the freeze is better.
Okay.
My worry is if we're like top 12 or something
And
and
we
she can
overcurl.
come around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad. So I guess if anything we want it to be like fully open.
Yeah.
So maybe just
A hair more.
hair more ice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Freeze. Same weight. A little like a little lighter is okay.
So they're going to repeat the freeze here,
Yeah. We're giving a little more
which
ice,
I don't
but
mind for the record. I think
we might
either
need to,
one is
like,
fine.
overcurl
I think you could draw the open side and lie 2, or you can freeze here. Both are fine, and Meg just threw this one, so.
Right now. Line's good. Well, if you can. Whoa. Let it work a bit. How much?
Looks like it needs to slow down a little bit.
Bounce and roll then. Yeah. Wait, you still back 4? If it's on it. Oh.
Don't want to set up a double here. They might have done just that.
일단 더블 치는 게 낫지 않을까? 근데 여기까지 보이지? 거의 이렇게까지 보이지? 보이지 않죠? 근데 필드에서 위에 올려놓고 탭되면 애들이 이렇게 때릴 수는 없긴 한데 탭에서 살짝 내리고 올리고 그리고 내가 이따가 만약에 이게 열리면 거기다 다시 프리즈하고 지금 때리면 슈터가 이렇게 숨을 수 있으면 괜찮긴 한데 여덟? 살짝 안쪽으로 볼까요? 아까 이 라인 뭐였지? 아까 여기 라인 여기 쓰고 약간 이렇게 왔었나? 그럼 거의 이렇게 해서 해도 될 것 같은데.
여기 지금 언니 드로우 어디 잡았어요?
예? 얘는 여기야. 드로우는 여기고 아까 이쪽에 커버라운드 다섯에 살려있던 거잖아. 그거 첫 피스 이후에 여기까지 내 잡았는데 결국엔 여기 왔거든.
근데 좀 줄여야 되지 않을까?
그럼 거의 바이트 잡으면 될 것 같아.
언니 바이트도 뭔가 많을 것 같긴 한데
많아?
야를 살짝 통 칠 거잖아. 그럼 야보다 반 개만 더 잡으면 되지 않을까? 한 개?
So I think, Mary, they're talking about freezing in the pocket, which I don't really love because it still leaves Holly Duncan shot. I think if you're freezing, you got to be freezing to the one that's on the right as we're looking at it right now. You want to be shot after you're done throwing.
Yeah, I would agree with you, John. Even playing the hit on shot rock, you said there's possible double there. You don't want to give Holly any more than 1 point in this end, or you're pretty much done. So bit of a risk.
So looking for the freeze here is Annie Kim with her first. Holly Duncan lying to with hammer. And this looks heavy. Cho trying to make it curl here. It is a little heavy. So I think Duncan now is only second shot. Looks like Kim is lying 1 and 3.
Here. I don't even mind nose and getting rid of this one. We don't really need this one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not shot anyway, so.
Okay.
Because if we roll a little, she can maybe freeze here.
Yeah. Okay.
This way, well, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. What is she? Yeah, like, I guess she hits, but she risks giving up 2 that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if I play it like so that we'd rather do that than.
Okay. I don't mind control, or do you like normal? Should we get rid of it if we hit it?
I don't mind control.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can go the other way if you want, but it's all
Is like, if we did that, is that
like
bad?
like hitting it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like if that happens, is that?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think we like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nose.
So Holly Duncan looking to hit and lie 2 after this. Roll a little bit to the left as you're looking at it. She's fine either missing her back yellow or doubling it out. I think either one is a fine result for her.
11. Well. Yep. Clean. Yep.
Sweeper's on it right away. And that will, I don't think, stay for second shot. It's tough to tell, but it does look like Duncan is first shot, and then Kim is second, and Duncan is third and fourth. And you can see a bunch of granite passing your way to the left there. We have a final on sheet 2, Kathy Auld defeating the High Park Randos. So that'll be the end of the tournament for the Randos. Kathy Auld will stay alive in the Seaside. And Kim, I'm guessing, will just be looking to freeze to this back one. Would be shot and would be very difficult for Holly Duncan to remove. It'd probably force Duncan to 1. So final stone here for Annie Kim in the 6th. So needs to get a freeze here to hold Duncan to 1. They'll get it.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
third.
Yeah. So, if you just play like a control.
Yeah,
I think
that should be for 2, I think.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Hit like.
So it just bumps it a little too far. So
little
probably
more,
give
well,
Holly Duncan enough
right.
daylight to get a 2
Yeah,
here.
same
There?
weight though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's close.
And
if
if
you
we
just pick
like,
it,
if we pick it, we get
yeah,
one.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like they said, there's actually 2 good options here. The only way you miss this is by completely missing it, pretty much, or somehow over curling and hitting those top yellows. You can pick this out for 1. You can nose it for 1. And if you hit it just right, you can probably avoid jamming and get 2. So final stone here for Holly Duncan, looking to put this game close to being out of reach.
Close?
Needs a hit and roll for her too.
Whoa! 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 Curl! Hard! Hard!
Will it curl enough? It will, but just a little too much weight on the thrown stone, so that's going to be a single point for Holly Duncan here in the 6th end. They will take a 6-3 lead into the 7th end. We'll be right back after these messages here on curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard, live from Oakville, Ontario. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers, wherever you're watching. Hello, could be on curling.com, could be on sportsnet.ca, could be on World Curling TV, but we're thrilled to have you all with us for this B qualifying game between Team Holly Duncan and Team Yunjung Kim. Holly Duncan taking a 6-3 lead into the 7th. And Mary, I wonder if Duncan will come to regret missing their shot for 2. It wasn't super difficult, and unfortunately they didn't get that second point, and it does leave the game still within reach for Kim.
It does. It's kind of a minor victory for both teams. I mean, Holly taking 1 point. She is in control, but definitely 2 points, I would say, would have been the win on this sheet today. And Kim holding her to just 1 point does give her a chance.
Yeah, certainly. You could see Kim maybe scoring 3 and stealing 1, or getting 2 and then steal. So yeah, definitely anyone's game still. And it's certainly almost a little impressive we're still playing. We saw Holly get 4 in the first end, and Team Kim just seemed so discombobulated. I thought we were in for a short afternoon here, but they've really come back and played pretty well in the back half of this game. But Duncan's got a nice setup here without Hammer, and I like that they're a little on the offense here, Mary. They're not, they're not content with a 3-point lead here. They know that with the 5-rock rule and how good Team Kim is, that it's not a safe lead.
일단 이거 먼저 2개 먼저 해서
So Team Kim here looking for the double. Not sure if they can get all 3 moving here. I don't think so.
뒤에 거 이거?
Most important to get those 2 yellows moving out of the way.
이렇게 조금씩 열면서 가드 하는 게 좋을 것 같긴 해요. 보드? 보드? 많이 보여가지고. 보드? 아니 못 들어가 어차피. 그냥
여기
투가드
비빌
만드는
것
걸로
같아.
해야지.
So instead of the double peel, they're opting just to hit the closer one to the rings. I guess they feel the other guard is long enough that they can still have room to
언니 약해. 아이고 와야 돼. 많이 약해.
to get things going in the house.
많이 약해.
Well, they probably think too, Mary, that maybe it's a little bit of an easier path to a potential big score, that they want to maybe leave the rocks up front, or as many rocks as they can. So I don't mind it, and I also like that they made a perfect roll to a staggered corner. Checking in on our other B qualifiers, Lauren Mann putting up 1 in the 7th against Irene Shorey. So Mann is up 2 without Hammer, and they're playing the final end. They're in the 8th. And Isabel Ladisser and Jacqueline Harrison are somehow taking more time to play their game than we're taking to play ours. They're still in the 6th.
Weight's good.
We'll keep you updated on that one as it
Needs to
goes.
work a little bit. Weight's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Megan's rock. Still in the reds right now. Yep.
This needs to curl. Just looking for a guard here. I want to get off of that red one if they can. And they do, so nice shot there from Rachel Strybosch.
때려야 될 것 같아. 공을 패스로 갈게 패스.
And just sticks the run back.
Not a bad shot, though. Gets it off the 4-foot, and they have a few reds in the front to work with.
Hi there, guard the red or you come around.
I think we just draw.
Okay. You like top 12? What are you trying?
So I feel like that makes this kind of easier if we go behind ours.
You could also just go there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, like you can get here. But then they come and bump you back a little.
Yeah, just thinking the run, like if it's higher, it makes it, yeah, there's more of a target kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind either, like the guard or that.
Okay.
I like that, I
Like
think.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Similar to like last time. The second one. Okay.
So Holly Duncan looking to put the pressure on here. Megan Balsden looking to draw.
Line's good, close. Yep.
And lie 2.
Okay, Wolf, you're up. Wolf, you're up. Okay, line's pretty good. Yep. Okay, wait on me. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep, a little bit. Yep, good. Hard, get her back.
That's a really nice shot from Megan Balsden. Made a great draw last end and follows it up with another one here.
한 번 더. 웨이트 노멀만 할까? 세우는 게 좋을 것 같아. 닦으면 벗긴 벗는 것 같아요.
Just a reminder, we will be back at 6:30 p.m. Eastern tonight, so just over an hour from now. I'm trying not to cry as I say that.
방금 저희가는
We'll be having another great game, a B qualifier on the men's side.
계속 벗는 것 같긴
A
한데
cross-border battle. Jonathan Buke will be taking on reigning Olympic gold medalists John Schuster. So that'll be live on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. So be sure to join us for that one later this evening. I joke, of course. It'll be a great way to spend a Saturday night. Should be an awesome game between two very good teams. So that was one that Kim, I think, needed to have, Mary. That was had to get in the house there, especially with the way those yellows are staggered.
Do we think this spot is like
Yeah, so far not set up great for the Kim
Or
team.
top 12?
Only 3 rocks to come.
I guess, do we want to tuck a corner or not? I actually know. I like your first call.
Yeah, I think I prefer it tight.
Yeah,
on
I
him.
don't think we want to show them anything. Okay, what was the time?
So Holly's just going to keep applying pressure here and just guard those 2 yellows in the rings.
Okay. Line's good. They added a little. Okay. Need to finish a little. Whoa, whoa, we're on the red right now. Whoa, whoa.
Just needs this one to maybe get a little kiss from the red, and it won't. So this might open the door a little bit for Team Kim here. As Megan Balsden just slips that guard into the house, and it's not hard to envision a scenario with all 3 of those yellows going.
밖에까지 괜찮을 것 같긴 한데 어차피 얇게 맞으면 얘가 이렇게 가서 방금 웨이트?
Gonna want to throw a lot of weight at this. If you can just get the inside of that top yellow, you'll see all 3 of them go, and hopefully keep your shooter, maybe even roll it behind those staggered corners.
릴리는 좀 안쪽 들어간 것 같아. 점프 아니면 점프?
Big shot coming up here.
Yeah, Team Kim got to have this one.
Trying to get it to curl.
And that is not great. Not great.
Well, I mean, I think maybe here.
So Holly Duncan without hammer, up 3 and lying 2 buried.
It's just to sit 1.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like they might have this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we just need to be in front of that.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking if we go here, then she makes that, and this will be shot.
Yeah,
Right?
true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Line is most important here. though, to
Yeah,
get
for sure.
Through that hole. Actually, can we get through that hole and get there?
Yeah, we might over curl, which
Yeah.
I think we can. We just have to kind of hair that the 2.
Yeah.
We could come this way and do it, I think. Might be better. Or maybe we just guard it.
like
Yeah, yeah.
here.
Yeah. In the
So
vicinity.
Holly Duncan was originally talking about coming into the house with this one, but figures that the port is just a little bit too small, that if they got through it, they would probably over curl and leave Kim maybe a shot at the shot stone. So they're just going to guard up this hole.
Actually, Megan, I think I do like in. Even if we like overbury. Maybe half?
Okay. Well, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Maybe half?
No, before that.
I guess, like we come there, she makes that double, right?
Yeah, I think we can just come right on top.
like I think we can even get there.
Yeah, and even if you tap this, like
Yeah.
anything kind of, yeah.
I
You like the
think
same mice?
hair last, I think.
Okay.
Now they've decided after seeing it in the hack that maybe they can get to the spot they want after all. So Holly Duncan going to put a 3rd in the house, which I like that
Seems like it's
call.
still
I always think anytime you're
Right, so like a 20.
putting rocks in the house behind guards, it's a good sign.
Line's good. Well, if you can. Roll line. Oh, you gotta wait a bit. Hey, you're okay. Close. Yeah, go. Yep. Hard line. Hard. Hard. You got it. Go. Hard.
Sweepers are all over it.
Yep. Keep going.
Just a little chap off here would be perfect. Great shot from Holly Duncan. And now if you're Team Kim, what do you do? There is not a whole lot of joy here.
이거 얇게 맞고 이거 스테이. 얘네 이렇게 보이는 거예요.
일단 근데 그렇게 해놔봐야 될 것 같긴 하다.
힐로 할까?
힐? 진짜 살짝 밖으로 맞고 얘 맞고 가서 같이 가는 걸로. 같이 가긴 가야 될 것 같아. 얘가 너무 그냥 붙어버리면 슈터가 이렇게 돼서 좀 별로일 것 같아. 아예 세게? 일단 확실히 내보내는 게 좋긴 한데. 그냥 중간 잡고 닦으면 될 것 같아.
So Annie Kim's going to be running her own into this pile of yellows here. I think this is one of those, Mary, you almost don't even spend that much time looking at it because you just go, well, we just hit it as hard as we can and hope the yellows go away or as many of them as possible go away. So first stone here for Kim in the seventh. She's down 3 and facing 3. Chocho's on this one right away. Might have popped it a little bit out of her hand. She does, and that is not a great result. Holly Duncan sitting 2. One of them completely buried. The other one is open.
I mean, anything's for one at this point. Yeah, do you think you can get by in a red? I don't think so. So I guess how do we make it harder?
We can tap it. We're not going to set up anything else, are we?
If we tap it, and we might, if we roll away a little,
Right.
it's possible. But if
And
we
then-
roll
but-
in,
As long as this one stays.
yeah, we could just plug the hole. But she might play like that or something. That's there.
Yeah.
The angle double.
So do you like the tap?
I think the tap, yeah.
You like the tap?
Sorry?
They said as long as you don't leave the slash on the red.
No, it's pretty hard. Like, it's just for one. Like, she can only get to nose, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think I like the tap.
Yeah.
So you want to tap it on the nose?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You do have to be a bit close to that red then.
Right. With the tap, it'll be a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
Right? So
Do you like there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like back forward.
So Holly just going to play a tap on this yellow sitting on the top of the 8-foot. I really don't see how Kim scores 3 in this end.
I don't see how she scores any.
In this end, yeah. Sorry, for a minute there, I was thinking this was
This is
the
the
8th
last
end.
end, yeah.
Because
I know, it's because it's taken so long.
It has
2.5
been
hours here at the completion of the 7th.
yeah, I was thinking it was the 8th end. Needed 3, but yeah, if Holly can make a nice little tap on this, it's going to be tough for the Kim team to even score.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the line right now?
So final stone for Holly Duncan here in 7.
On the red. Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
Looking for a tap.
Stay close. Close for line. Yep. Hard.
She's already lying 2. Can she put a third one in a good spot?
Don't sweep this one.
She can. I mean, that is tremendous. Staggers it perfectly behind the rock she just threw. Holly Duncan's lying 3, and I don't know what Yunjin Kim does here to score. Maybe has a slash on her outside red here, but that is about all.
진짜 얇게 깔 수 있을까? 응? 빨간색 진짜 얇게 깔 수 있을까?
해서 그걸로 일죠.
이거. 보이는 보이는 만큼 맞아야
I
될
think
것
the
같아.
only way Kim can score one here
아니면 차라리 인컬로 해서
is she can try to slash that red on the right as you're looking at it and just run it in and try and get the yellow stone that's in the forefoot. Or she can play an extremely skinny double on the red that's already in the house, coming across the top of that yellow on the left and redirecting the red onto the yellow in the forefoot. Both of those terrible options. But might be all she has.
얇게 아니 얇아야 돼.
거의 이렇게 맞아야 돼.
더 얇아도 되긴 한데.
이 정도? 근데 여기까지 이렇게 맞으려면은 웨이트 근데 얘 가능해.
일로?
어. 그냥 가보고 여기 노멀 해서 이렇게. 여기까지. 일단 저 앞에 노란색 가드 때문에 될라나? 와, 아웃컬이 차라리 나을 것 같기도 하고. 경혜 이쪽이 나을 것 같아. 맞아야 되는 쪽으로 그냥 그대로 잡고 세게 가야 될 것 같다.
So Annie Kim
조금만 더 잡.
needs a run back skinny double just to score one here in the 7th, her final stone.
Sit!
Oh my gosh, what a great try from Yunjung Kim. Just missing what was a near impossible shot. Holly Duncan will steal one. So she'll put a 7th point on the board. She's up 7-3. We'll have coverage of the 8th end when we return right after this on curling.com.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the Stu Cells Toronto Tankard, live on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. And speaking of World Curling, we're watching an international battle here in the B qualifier for the women's event. Team Yunjung Kim playing Team Duncan. John Cullen alongside Mary Chilvers, and Team Duncan now sporting a 4-point lead, 7-3, playing the 8th end. So just a case of making as many red rocks disappear as they can for Duncan, and you'd have to think that they're going to pull this one out, Mary.
Chances are good. Yeah, Team Kim never really got anything going in that last end, and it was a Hail Mary shot there just to try to score 1 point. So comfortable lead here for Team Duncan.
I don't
Oh, you're gonna have hits though, yeah. Okay.
So Holly Duncan threw the first one through the house, and now she'll have lead Tess Bobby try a tick on this one. In this case, Tess will just be trying to move this rock into the house so that they'll be able to hit it with their next.
Weight's good. Hot. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Just a reminder that coming up in less than an hour's time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a great shot by Tess Bobby. Always got to give a shout out to a lead who makes a great tick like that. Very well done. But tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on curling.com and World Curling TV and sportsnet.ca. A three-headed monster of coverage. We'll have a fantastic game, a B qualifier here on the men's side of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. We're going to have Jonathan Buke from right here in Ontario taking on John Schuster of Duluth, Minnesota. Schuster, of course, the reigning Olympic champion, multiple-time American champion. That should be a very fun one to watch. I know we got a lot of Americans tuning in throughout the course of the day today, so it'll be nice for them to watch one of their own. And speaking of their own, Corey Dropkin, of course, one of the A qualifiers over on the men's side. The Young Bucks beating John Epping earlier today quite comfortably. So Dropkin's already through to the playoffs, and Schuster will be looking to follow tonight. So with that tick from Bobby, this is going to allow Rachel Strybosch to go after the Kim Rock in the house.
Whoa. Weight's good. Clean. Yep. Hard. Nice shot.
Over in our other B qualifier, Lauren Mann playing Irene Shorey. Irene Shorey has not led for any part of this game. Lauren Mann was up 4-0. She's currently up 7-5, but Shorey is going to have a shot on her last one for 5. So Shorey might have a chance to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. We'll keep you updated on that one.
So for the Duncan team at this point, it's just a process of elimination.
Yep, just make the Reds go away. That's all there is to it. And unfortunately, they get a miss there from Rachel Strybosch. Kim is going to need a few more of those to get 4, but that's one at least.
라인 많아. 기다려. 일단 웨이트 먼저. 계속 와. 계속 와 일단. 그래도 와야지. 계속 와줘 경혜. 웨이트 보고.
So Kim with a nice draw here. Irene Shorey throwing her last
I
here.
just like feeling. Whoa.
She jams it on the back one, so we'll see. They've scored 2 for sure, so it's definitely tied up. but it might be just a tie. There might be an extra end coming, and that is confirmed. So we'll be heading to an extra on sheet 6. Irene Shorey picking up a deuce in the 8th end to tie it. Lauren Mann will have the hammer in the extra.
더 잡아야 될 것 같은데.
아 근데 생각보다 많이 안 돌긴 하는 것 같아.
언니 마지막 거 중간 잡았는데.
중간?
In the other B qualifier, Jacqueline Harrison got 2 back in the 6th end. She's playing Isabel Ladiseur from Sudbury. So Isabel Ladiseur up 5-4. Actually, it looks like she might have just missed a draw for 1. We might have a tie game on that sheet. I'll let you know once they put the score up. But I do believe it's going to be a tie, with Ladiseur having the hammer in the final end.
Do you like sticking around? I don't think so. Okay. I think we want just to get out. Okay. You just feel it out if you want. Yeah. Do you like this?
Well, yeah, if you peel it out, the game's over. So I don't think it really matters. Megan Balsden.
Clean.
Make it go away, and that's the game.
Clean.
And she makes it. So that'll do it. I think we're still playing for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
think there's any way Korea can make one of these guards count. I don't know what we're doing. I feel like now this is strictly just to punish me and you, Mary.
내려와. 내려와 일단. 나가진 않지. 안 나가지. 그냥 내려와. 그냥 내려와.
I mean, I guess you could theoretically maybe spill one of those guards in the house. I don't know, but this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is over. This is already over.
Yeah. There. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
But
Well-
surely if Holly Duncan hits this one out of the house, Team Kim will agree this game is over. That's all. That's what we can hope for. I feel like I'm on drugs or something here. I don't like what's going on. To their credit, Holly Duncan hasn't said anything. I mean, if I was Team Duncan, I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, well, it's not up to the Duncan team to concede.
No.
It is Kim's choice.
Yeah.
So you just got to wait it out, I guess.
Yeah.
I respect it. So here we go. What should be the final stone of this game. And that is going away. Okay, they are giving up. For a second, I thought Team Kim was about to put their rock in the hack, and I got very confused, but they didn't. So that is the final stone of this game. Holly Duncan will be through to the playoffs on Monday at the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. We'll be back in less than an hour's time. Jonathan Buke playing off against John Schuster in the men's B qualifier. Thanks for tuning in here on curling.com, sportsnet.ca, and World Curling TV. For Mary Chilvers, I'm John Cullen. We'll see you back here very soon. Goodbye.
Hey guys, welcome to the Stu Sells team's brand new listings. And we are down in Corktown in this amazing condominium. So you're wondering, why am I in the master bedroom?